Okay, today we are wrapping up our week on Ephesians 4, and we're going to be looking at verse 14. Okay, we'll start in the Amplified. And it says, so that we are no longer children, spiritually immature, tossed back and forth like ships on a stormy sea, carried about by every wind of shifting doctrine. And right now there's a lot of wind. It keeps blowing this way and that way. And you know what? If you were like something small and light, without any kind of stable foundation, you just keep getting blown. And that's what God is saying. I don't want you to be blown like that. We need to have our roots anchored in. Okay, let's keep going. By the cunning and trickery of unscrupulous people, unscrupulous, by deceitful scheming, and people ready to do everything for personal profit. These are people, again, who are all about me. How does it benefit me? How do I get something out of it? But you know what? Through this whole chapter that we've looked at so far, it's continually come back to walking in oneness, being in unity, building each other up, helping each other with the gifts that we have so that we can release them. So again, he's saying once we come to this place, then we won't be children. We're not going to be spiritually immature because that's how children are. It's all about them. Me. It's my toy. It's my toy. What about me? You know, if you give a candy to one kid, the other, all of them will be like, what about me? What about me? You know, at some point we have to grow up. Okay, let's look at the Passion Translation. I love how it says it. And it says, and then our immaturity will end. When? When we learn to become one, when we learn how to walk in unity together. Then our immaturity will end. Because why? We won't just be thinking of ourselves. We'll be thinking of others, how to build them up, how to care about their feelings. If we start caring about each other's feelings, you know what? We will have a lot more unity. Okay? And we will not be easily shaken by trouble. And I'm going to add, or offense. Because again, when you think of others and you stop only wanting things your way, it's a lot harder to be offended. Nor will we be led astray by novel teachings or false doctrines of deceivers who teach clever lies. You know what? The enemy is so clever with his lies. And church, don't buy into those lies. See the truth of the word of God. Don't follow these false doctrines of deceivers who teach clever lies. Okay, let's go on. And we're going to look at verse 15. It says, we will remain strong and always sincere in our love and express the truth. Okay, that's the kind of people we'll be. We'll remain true and we'll be genuine in our love. We talked before, remember, about having great love and just really giving from our heart and the bonds of peace. This is all coming full circle. All of that we have to use for this. This is the best part. All our direction and ministry will flow out and flow through Christ. Okay? When he is our center, then everything we do is for him, everything we do is to him, everything we do is because of him. And I've said this before, my director Keith, he told us ministry is the overflow of a life lived in love with Jesus. And you know what? I'm going to turn that around and say, if you're really wanting to do ministry, then it needs to be the overflow back to Jesus. It's because of him that you have something to give to the world, but it's his love in you that you want to also get back to him. It can't just be about us, okay? And it just says, keeps going on. It says, and it will lead us into a deeper place in him, and that he's the anointed head of the body. Friends, it is always only about Jesus. Jesus first, Jesus in us, Jesus through us, always Jesus. Going the second mile. Grow up. Don't be tossed back and forth. Put your eyes on Jesus. Let Jesus be the reason that you do everything that you do. Let Jesus be what you're giving to the world. Not your opinions, not your great, excellent talents, but let it be Jesus. Because Jesus is the only one who can change their lives.